Hey friend, Graham Cochrane here, and I just got back from a 30-day social media detox. I did a video at the beginning of the year. You can go watch that one where I explained why I was taking a month off of social media, what that was going to look like, and I was pretty candid about my inner struggles with social media. So if you haven't watched it after this, definitely go check it out to get a little more context for why I quit social media for 30 days. I promised you in that video, and I promised some of you in person when I talked to some of you throughout the month, that I would update you and let you know what happened during those 30 days. What did I discover? How did I feel? Am I coming back? All that kind of stuff. And I wanted to just go through some thoughts. I just jotted down some thoughts that I had from my 30-day hiatus. And I hope this will be helpful to you because I know many of you actually are doing this. When I put out that video, I didn't make it a challenge to you. I wasn't trying to say we should all quit social media for 30 days. It had nothing to do with that. It was completely my own personal decision for my own issues, but I shared it and made a video about it in the end because I wasn't going to, but I decided to just to get a conversation going because I know a lot of people that are struggling. And so I don't know what the best solution is, but I wanted to at least let you know that A, I'm human and I struggle, and B, maybe we can start a conversation about social media. I have had many throughout the month. People have emailed me and left comments below YouTube videos and on the blog, which I still checked because I don't really view those as social media. And to hear the response was fascinating. Many of you quit as well and you took a break. Some of you told me that you've been off social media for years. So it was really good to get the conversation started. But let me share with you what I discovered in those 30 days off. The first thing is I didn't miss it. Strange as that might sound for some of you, I didn't really miss it at all. But if you know me and what I've talked about in the past related to social media, is I don't really follow many people on social media, so I don't use it to consume a lot of information. I use it primarily to share ideas and share thoughts. And so for me, there was nothing to miss. I did miss some, I didn't know that some of my friends were doing certain things. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, didn't you see that? Oh no, you're not on Instagram." Yeah, I know. So people had to actually tell me the old school way what's happening in their life, which was interesting. But I didn't miss it. And I don't think that surprised me. I didn't think I was going to miss much, but I didn't miss it. What I did find though is that I ended up finding other things to consume my time. The time that I would have spent on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. Remember I was telling you that I got called out by my 9-year-old daughter that like I have a little corner over in the kitchen where I'm on my phone all the time. Uh, I still found myself over in the kitchen on my phone, but instead, I was looking at stupid YouTube videos or I was on news feeds and I was just filling that time with other stuff, which was kind of sad and depressing because here I'm trying to make social media the big bad enemy and the reason for my anxiety. And when I eliminated it for a month, I found other things to take over that space and that role. So it was insightful in the sense that social media alone isn't the problem. There are some specifics to social media that are a problem, and I'm going to address some of those in a minute. But I filled the void with other things for the first couple of weeks. I eventually caught myself and had to say, "Oh, I got to stop. I got to stop." And I felt like I was binge watching YouTube more than I used to. So I don't know if I was overcompensating. It's like when you go on a diet, you're not eating a bunch of crap, but then you binge with other stuff, and you might have too much of sugary soda or a diet soda or something, or a food that is relatively healthy, but that's all you eat, and you just become like a carbitarian, and like you're just okay. Well, I'm not eating meat, but I'm eating nothing but bread, and I'm getting fat. So you could replace it with something else, and it may not be healthy either. The third thing I discovered is that after week two, I actually started to feel more relaxed. The first 2 weeks, I didn't feel much different. I didn't miss social media, and I still was just the same anxiety levels before. But actually, after 2 weeks, I started to notice that I was more relaxed. And this came during a busy time of the month. Um, we just got some office space, my wife and I, and we were moving in there. And then I was traveling the week after that. And so it was very busy. And I was able to just be pretty mellow during that time because I wasn't able to work. There's 2 weeks where I was basically out of work, doing other stuff. Wasn't really stressed, wasn't really worried about keeping up with Instagram or sharing. So I was actually pretty relaxed during that time. And this manifested itself also in the fact that when there was moments that I was doing something cool, whether it was moving into this office space or whether I was in California and I was meeting some really cool people, doing some cool things that I was excited about that I would have shared on social, I would reach for my phone and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm not getting on social, so I won't share this stuff." And after that initial surge of wanting to share it and then be like, "Oh wait, I can't," putting the phone away, I was so much more dialed in and happy to not actually be sharing it, which sounds strange, but it took the pressure off having to worry about like what picture am I going to use to sum up this entire experience, or is the lighting good, or should I do a story about this as well as like it eliminated all of that stuff and I just experienced it for myself. I didn't share any of it. It's just me. And for the stuff with my wife is me and my wife experiencing it. Or when I was in California, is me and the people there. It was like just that moment, just for us. It wasn't for you or for anybody else. And actually felt good to just have to experience life and not also document life. The fourth thing I experienced, and people asked about this, was Graham, what about your business? How's your business going to do without social media for a month? Well, I had my best January ever revenue wise. So it was a record month for January for me. So again, goes to show that I don't need to be on social media liking every comment, responding to every comment, doing Insta stories about everything that I'm doing. No, I had my feeds push out my videos so that they were, announced to people so they can keep up with my free stuff. But I'm not using social media to promote anything or be active or be everywhere all at once. And my business did fine. In fact, it did better than fine. It was a record January for me. But that's to be expected because I haven't built my business on social media. I've built it on organic content and organic traffic, which is great because you don't have to be on social media for that to work for you 24/7 around the clock. And the fifth and final thing I discovered when quitting social media for a month was that it didn't change my life. It didn't solve all my problems. Um, in fact, the month went by and I didn't even realize 30 days had already come and gone. And it was already a new month. And I was like, whoa, I'm allowed to get back on social media again. I had not missed it that much that I had forgotten about it. But I had in my mind this idea that a month without social media, I would have some revelation that my life would have this whole new course and arc to it. And I would come back with a lot of fervor about what social media should look like in my life and what it shouldn't look like and whether I was going to come back at all. And I actually didn't have any thoughts. And my thoughts are still not fully crystallized. I'm tiptoeing back into it, but here's what I'm doing. I'm in a wait and see mode. Okay. I'm back on social, but it's in a wait and see mode. It's like I quit for 30 days. Now, these next 30 days, I'm going to wait and see how I feel being back on it. If I find a way to integrate it into my life that's a little healthier, a little, yeah, just healthier. I don't know any other word. Then I'll do it. If after 30 days of being back on it, I'm going back to those low levels of anxiety, feeling the false pressure to have something amazing to share, and losing time and brain space worrying about how I'm going to present and document something on social, I might just pull the plug for another 30 days and try to figure this thing out. What I've learned is that while social media is a great tool, especially if you're a business owner, and I love the platforms for being able to get your word out there and build an audience, it's like any other tool. Just owning the tool or having access to the tool is not enough. You need to have a strategy and a plan for the tool. And I don't know if I have a good strategy or plan yet. As I figure that out, I'll leave an update here in a comment below, but I'm still working on that. And I wanted to be honest about that and share my honest experience. Part of me would love to just say, I'll never come back to Facebook or Instagram or Twitter and I'll just live my life. But I'm kind of a hermit anyway. I kind of just like to go do my own thing and ignore what everyone else is doing. Ignorance has served me well in my life. Ignoring what the competition is doing, ignoring what the world is doing, and just staying in my lane and focusing on delivering massive value to my audience and my customers has served me really well. So, in a way, I think I'd be happier without social media. At the same time, I love teaching, I love sharing, I love influencing. And that sounds pretty, you know, self centered, but I mean it in the sense that I feel like God put me on this earth to be a light and to make a difference and to actually genuinely help people. And I love that more than anything. I love being a force for change and a force for good in my respective fields wherever I can and wherever I have the authority and credibility to do so. And so to not be on social is to miss one opportunity or one platform for influence. I can still influence through these YouTube videos, through the emails I send out, but part of me sees social as a way to get that message out in another channel, another platform. And I like that. I like being able to do that. So I don't know if I really want to give that up 100%. But if it doesn't help anybody, nobody cares, then why would I be on it anyway? So there you have it. I quit social media for 30 days. That's what I discovered. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Again, have you ever done this? Did you follow along? Did you do a social media detox? If so, what did you discover? What platforms or platform have you given up? Have you quit completely? Or have you come back to it and found a healthier way to handle and use social media? I want to know your thoughts. Help me, educate me if you've discovered anything that's worked. Leave a comment below, and I'd love to engage the conversation. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the love that you guys shared. I wasn't trying to convince any of you to do this, but many of you joined along with me, and I heard really positive feedback from you. So I'm honored that I was able to influence and inspire you in a little way. But thanks for being a part of it. And as always, thanks for the encouragement and support, for liking the videos, subscribing to the channel, and just being a part of what I'm doing here. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. I'll see you on another video real soon.